Now, I imagine you're all here because we're already, all of us in this room, and probably all of us at Content Marketing World, bought into content marketing, right? Is anybody not bought into content marketing? All right, so if you are not bought into content marketing, this is probably not the room for you. The problem is the people we need to get bigger budgets and more organization-wide support for content marketing aren't here, right? If only the rest of our organization was here in Cleveland at Content Marketing World, right? Because after 3 or 4 days, I'm sure all of us could convince them that we need bigger budgets, we need more support across the organization for content marketing. So if only the rest of our organization was here. So I want you to imagine the grumpiest, most skeptical, most cynical executive inside your company. Do you have that? You know what? Don't imagine them. Let's actually call them. Take out your phones. Let's call that grumpy executive right now. Let's bring them here to Cleveland, to Content Marketing World. We'll convince them, right? Together we can convince them. Who was thinking of their CEO? Was anybody thinking of their CEO? All right, all of you, you got to line up right here. You're going to go first. Give me your phones. Let's do it. No? All right. So we're all trying to get support for greater budgets, more organization-wide support for content marketing. But here's what really happens, right? Here's what really happens. So we come back from Content Marketing World and we hear somebody talk about digital transformation. And so we go back to our colleagues in marketing and we say, you know, digital has changed everything. We need to create content that engages our audience. What do you guys think? And our colleagues in marketing, they say, well, you know, the CEO wants a new logo. It's blue. He wants it yellow. So we're going to focus on that. So no content marketing for us right now. And so we're here at Content Marketing World. We hear about the buyer journey has changed. So we use the buyer journey has changed argument. We say to our sales team, 90% of the buyer journey is complete before our customers are ready to reach out to us. And then it's usually just for a contract and a price. We need to create content that engages them earlier in the buying process. And what do they say? They say, yeah, we're going to an event and we need a new brochure and a bigger booth. Bigger booth would be great. How about some pens with our logo on it, maybe? And, stress balls. Everybody loves stress balls, right? Everyone loves stress. So that's what sales says, right? So then we go to executives and we use the inbound marketing argument. We say, inbound marketing produces leads that are 62% cheaper than anything else we could do in marketing. And what do the executives say? Great, then we'll cut your budget 62%. So we definitely don't want that to happen. So then we say to anyone that will listen, content marketing delivers more ROI than any other approach we can take in marketing. And then maybe they finally say, fine, you can do content marketing, but you don't get any budget and you don't get any people. Does this sound familiar to everyone here? That's why you're here, right? That's why we're here. So here's the sad truth. I think the sad truth for many of us is that we get content marketing buy-in by simply beating our teams into submission. Right? We give them our stats and we show them the research and we point to competitors and we beat them into submission to allowing us to create content. But that's okay. We're not deterred. We're committed. We're committed to content marketing. So what do? We create blog posts. We create podcasts. We create Facebook Live videos. We create animated explainer videos. 3 weeks later, we check at the results and we see 4 blog posts that we wrote, mostly on the weekend, no leads, 3 email opt-ins, one of which was you testing the opt-in, 2 email opt-outs, one of which was you testing the email opt-out. But it's okay, you're not deterred, right? We're still committed. You're going to walk into that marketing meeting, the next marketing meeting, and you're going to talk about the power and the patience we need to show the proof of content marketing, and everyone's talking about Instagram. What the heck is going on there? Why is everyone talking about Instagram? Well, it turns out your CEO came to an event just like this, and she heard a case study about a competitive brand using Instagram and how it changed their marketing. So what does she do? She says to the CMO, I think we need to be on Instagram. And the CMO is really excited. He's always wanted to get on Instagram. So he says, hey, everybody, sends out an email, 3 exclamation points. Let's get on Instagram ASAP. Right? But you're not deterred. You say content marketing has the highest ROI. But your team ends up creating an account on Instagram. Right? That's what we do. 3 weeks later, your CEO is looking at your Instagram account, and she doesn't see too many of those heart-likey things. What are we going to do about that? What are we going to do? So she says to the CMO, what's going on with Instagram? And the CMO says, I got it. I got the answer. We're going to buy ads on Instagram. That'll solve all our problems. That's going to fix it, right? But you're not deterred. You say, wait a second. I've mapped the buyer journey. I've mapped it all. I know what it looks like. We've got 6 stages, 21 touch points, and none of them are Instagram. I don't think we should be buying ads on Instagram. But what does your team do? They buy ads on Instagram, right? That's what happens. And so you might hear at this conference or from others, experts around the industry, content marketing is a commitment, not a campaign. Content marketing is a commitment, not a campaign. So everyone says this, but no one knows how to make it happen. No one knows how to make content marketing truly understood, truly committed to across the organization. And the reason for that is that content marketing is not a commitment. Content marketing is a culture focused on customers. That's the only way to achieve bigger budgets and get more buy-in across the organization. And that brings up the toughest choice that I think we all face as marketers. So we hear the CEO and executives and our boss, we want to make them happy, but sometimes that contradicts with the things we know will work that deliver the success that our customers are looking for, the value, the experiences that they want. This is our toughest choice. Do we make our boss happy, or do we make our customers successful? So how do we bridge that gap? How do we bridge that gap? And what's the role of content marketing? In order to get real buy-in for content marketing, we need to transform the way our organization thinks and acts. So why am I talking about the organization and transformation? Because this is the real problem. See, you're already bought in. Most of us, all of us here are bought in. Maybe even your boss is bought in. Maybe, if we're lucky. We need to get the whole organization on board. But how do we do that? How do we get the whole organization on board? And so what I'm here to try to tell you and convince you and explain is that you have the power, no matter where you sit, no matter what type of industry you're in, whether you're B2B or B2C, whether you're small or large or nonprofit, every one of you have the power to create this kind of transformation. Every one of us has this power, no matter where we are. We just have to change the way we pitch content marketing. We have to change the way we pitch content marketing. In order to do that, we need to understand the real problem. And I think the real problem is the org chart. So think about for a second what the org chart represents. The org chart represents who's above us and who's below us and who's beside us, right? And it represents a decision-making model around the organization. This is how decisions get made. This is why we're focused on making our boss happy all the time. But where's the most important person in the org chart? Where's the most important person in the org chart? Where's the customer? Where's the customer in the org chart? So I want you to think about that for your own organization. In order to achieve real content marketing buy-in, we have to put our customer at the center of everything that we do. Now that sounds like one of those quotes that you might hear from experts. But let's say you accept it. Let's say you accept that we put the customer at the center of our org chart. What might that look like? Well, it's an organization where everyone is focused on success for your customer. Imagine what an organization would look like if everyone was focused on customer success and not making the boss happy. So I call this the bullseye, because you can see when you put your customer at the center, it looks sort of like a bullseye. A bullseye organization actually can deliver a happy boss and satisfied, successful, happy customers. Now, a lot of organizations say that they do this. So I picked 2. I looked at the mission statements of 2 organizations. So this one here at the top says, our customers should be at the center of everything we do. It literally just says what I just said. Our customers should be at the center of everything that we do. This one said, we should always start with what the customer needs, not with what we want to sell them. Well, that sounds really nice, doesn't it? That sounds really nice. So these 2 organizations are United Airlines and Wells Fargo. 2 companies, and I'm not picking on them, they're 2 companies that have been in the news recently for clearly not following their own mission statement. They don't put the customer at the center of everything that they do. And again, I'm not picking on them because many of our companies say that we do this. But instead of creating a bullseye, we create a maze, right? It's a labyrinth of politics and silos and bureaucracy. Customer value has to navigate through that labyrinth and silos and bureaucracy. So it's a maze. The insights and the data and the things that will make your customer successful don't actually reach your customer. So a bullseye organization should solve this. And we do that by putting everyone in the organization focused on customer success. Frontline employees, managers supporting your frontline employees, executives creating a culture and a foundation and truly putting weight behind their mission statements to create a truly customer-focused organization. That's the bullseye. In every department, imagine every department looking to create customer success. So we do that in marketing, certainly customer service and sales, and maybe operations and finance. But imagine if you get the product team and the HR team, and legal is upside down for a reason, because I don't think legal ever cares about putting customers at the center of everything that they do. But imagine everyone else in your organization, all focused on making your customers successful. Imagine the power of that, right? Now, anybody not think this sounds awesome? This sounds pretty awesome, right? Pretty cool. All right, but how do we do it? How do we do it? So there's one question that every one of us can ask of our organization to create this kind of change and transformation. Do you want to know what it is? Yeah? No? She doesn't want to know what it is. Okay. All right. One question. Wiftika. What's in it for the customer? Imagine if your entire organization continuously asked, what's in it for the customer? If you ask what's in it for the customer in everything you do, you would transform everything that you do. And if we ask what's in it for the customer of our marketing, we would create the buy-in, the support, the budgets that we need to be successful with content marketing. Effective content marketing is focused purely on customer success as a means to the end of delivering the kind of business impact that we're all looking for. So you have the power to transform your entire organization. Okay? Do you believe me? All right, let me give you a story. So who has done this? Who has asked this question? How did it help them get the buy-in that they were looking for, the budgets that they needed for content marketing? And most importantly, did it make their boss happy? So I want to tell you a story. So this is Lily Lepine, a good friend, former digital marketing manager at Capgemini. So every single day, Lily was creating content and uploading their Twitter account and doing PR and all the kinds of stuff that we do in marketing. Now, Capgemini is the number 4 player in the global consulting services market. They compete with KPMG and Deloitte and Accenture. So their CEO looked around at KPMG and Deloitte and Accenture, and he saw that they put their logos on golfers. And they sponsored golf tournaments. And they did full-page ads in Golf Digest. So what do you think the CEO at Capgemini thought that they should do? Sponsor a golfer. So the CEO said, hey, CMO, maybe we should sponsor a golfer. And the CMO, who loves golf, said in an email to his entire team, guys, I think we should sponsor a golfer, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. He was really excited. But Lily Lepine, she didn't sponsor a golfer. She asked, what's in it for the customer? Right? As a digital marketing manager, I create content every day, focus on delivering value to our customers. What's in it for the customer to sponsor a golfer? See, she looked at this as an opportunity to pitch content marketing in the context of what the CEO was looking for. He was looking for greater awareness for the organization. And so Lily started by looking at insights that only she knew as the digital marketing manager about the needs of their customers. She used that to generate an idea, to propose an initiative. That's where content marketing came in, to ultimately deliver on the goal the CEO is looking for, greater awareness for their organization. That's the content marketing pitch focused on a bullseye organization. The insights that she found were they were interested in tech innovation. How does technology drive innovation for our companies? She knew that their company had the expertise to answer these questions. She used that as an opportunity to pitch content marketing and promised that it would achieve the goal of greater awareness for their organization. So this is the actual proposal that she put in front of the executive team. She said, hey, I think for 0.1% of what it would cost to sponsor a golfer, we can deliver this platform, we'll call it Content Loop, and I think I can deliver on the goal of awareness for our organization, and you can hold me accountable with this measure of 1 million visitors to our website, 1 million net new visitors to our website. And so they said, fine, you can go create content marketing, do this platform, we'll give you this little bit of budget, and we'll take this as a test. So they created content about artificial intelligence and mobility and blockchain and the kinds of things that she knew her audience was looking for. Now, after a year, with just 0.1% of what it would have taken to sponsor a golfer, she achieved her goal of over 1 million visitors to their content marketing platform. and saw revenue of $1 million, stumbled upon revenue of $1 million. Wouldn't it be nice to stumble upon $1 million in revenue with our content marketing platforms? So, so she was pretty excited. They were all high-fiving each other. The team was excited. The CMO was even excited. But the CEO still thought, you know what? I really still think we should sponsor a golfer. And the CMO was like, fine, good, let's do it. Let's sponsor a golfer. And Lily said, no, I just don't see what's in it for the customer. I don't see what's in it for the customer. So again, she went back to this bullseye content marketing pitch approach. She looked at the insights and saw that they weren't fulfilling all the needs of their audience around understanding technology and innovation, how it could transform organizations. Now, she knew content maybe alone wasn't enough. They had the expertise inside their company to deliver on what their customers were looking for, but content alone she didn't think was enough. So what she proposed was, let's use our content marketing platform to expose our experts, to connect our experts with our audience. And if we do that, I think we can achieve greater awareness and higher sales from what we saw in our first year. So that's what she did. She asked for double the budget. She believed she could double the awareness and double the revenue. And with this simple mechanism of just saying, hey, you read an article about cloud computing? Maybe you want to connect with Remco, our practice leader, on LinkedIn. This simple module, she partnered with LinkedIn to create this simple module that said, hey, if you read this kind of article, maybe you want to connect with one of our practice leaders, not a salesperson, just an expert inside their organization. So how do you think she did? Do you think she doubled her sales? Anybody think she doubled her sales? $24 million in sales. So for twice the budget, so 0.2% of what it would have cost to sponsor a golfer, Lily was able to deliver on the impact that the organization was looking for, significantly above the goal that even she set for herself. Okay, so why did this work? This worked because Lily looked for insights about their customers, the needs that they had, and used those insights to try to understand how her company could solve that problem. When we focus on the customer's success and the insights that we have, we can then translate the expertise we have inside our company. We can come up with ideas, and maybe those ideas look like buy-in for content marketing, right? Because content marketing is ultimately focused on delivering success for our customers. Those initiatives, this is how content marketing gets greater buy-in, because it delivers on the impact that our companies are looking for.